Basically, the Dynamotor ZPST. It's basically Rush Efflosion, except with Zekrom and electric instead of Reshiram and Typhlosion. And everyone knows that Zekrom is better than Reshiram. Don't lie. In the movie that aired in theaters, Zekrom was the good guy. Professor Juniper. Even though it makes perfect sense, I always find it slightly ironic when milling decks play cards that play supporters that discard tons of cards from their deck or hand or something. Games revive, so you can keep devouring for 4. I think. Gotta love those revives. Having never played one, I always wonder how a slower deck would do against Durant. I like playing fast decks against Durant. I mean, the slower deck Durant would get ahead nice and early, but almost every slow deck nowadays has Vileplume in it. It's like, are you playing a fast deck? Are you playing Vileplume? So if they don't have Vileplume, you run something like Vanillux. You're not one-hit KOing the Durants, but you're paralyzing them. So what's the difference? And if they can't play Revive, you might be able to sort that out there. Vanillux may be a very viable option in a Durant. I just don't know. I may have the cards to build a Vanillux deck. I just never wanted to. I only have one Vileplume and one Reuniclus though. And I'm not sure if I might be getting Fliptinis for Christmas. From Santa Claus. But I really don't, yeah. Not sure about that, but it's just another card that I probably won't use, but I can show off as bling. And another Durant bites the dust. This is actually kind of a slow game. Oh, he's all powered up there. So you have another revive. Durant decks, they have a pretty good shot at beating any deck. Even like Reshiram. Oh, he plays in. I have to shuffle all those cards back into my deck. But that makes my deck bigger. So, I mean, I was going to play in myself anyway, so, you know. And it's like, at this point, should I play Dynamo? Probably not. There's the revive. And Sneasel. Late game Sneasel. That seems to be the most popular Durant combination. Durant and Weavile. For that free retreat cost in the way, I believe it's Snag Claw. I lost to a Durant deck once. It was kind of a fluke. Like, I started out slow, and there was even a point in the game where it's like, oh, I could win it here, and I didn't get the cards I needed. And I believe that was a Durant Weavile deck, so I guess that's, without really knowing for sure, just based on what I've been playing, this is the biggest Durant deck. Although I think this is the biggest Durant deck right now. But like I said, I'm a proponent of the KGL there. because you start dealing collateral damage. It damages bench Pokemon. So if they have a bunch of bench techs down and you just send it out, and all of a sudden their bench techs start dying. Which has absolutely no bearing on the game at all, but it's kind of funny. And there's Weavile, Snagclaw. I would have Snagclawed Pond, but I believe he Snagclaws Thundurus, just because he sees it as more of a threat, which isn't really true. Because he's pretty much lost the game at this point. But if I were him, I'd have token discarded Pond, so I wouldn't have Hand Refresher. And what's he going to do? Knock out Zekrom with Durant? 10 damage at a time with Eviolite. And that's his second Juniper. Curious as to how low his deck got. Like I'm pretty sure mine goes down to 14. And I had a Hand Refresher, I think. Probably that Pont. Devour. Man, just out. Yeah, last turn. Check that out. I forgot to mention that. Last turn I used Bolt Strike when I should have just used Outrage. Dummy. Dummy me. That's why you practice. Play the same deck like 30,000 times before you actually use it in a tournament. So that when you make the dumb mistake in the tournament too, you can really kick yourself. Yesterday I tried to play a trainer card when there was a Vileplume, and I made a wrong decision based on the thought that I could play a trainer card right after. It's kind of embarrassing. Hate Vileplume. Hate it, hate it, hate it. And that's game. I mean, yeah. Good game. It's interesting.